I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Tampa. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good. Coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, goal 66. Under 10. Check three.
And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Brady now on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
First down.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And this is incomplete.
A lot of time. Just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Too little, 72. Let's put him on the bus. Let's put that team on the bus. 59. Mike is 59. Check it, reload! Let's go up. No, 66. Check it, reload!
Throwing again. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The ball carrier.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
3-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
72. Hey, check it. Check.
Brady to throw again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's second and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
They'll take over.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. William Golston in on the stop.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down.
Check the hot read. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Mike, check, 59. 59, Mark, 59, Mark, check, 59. Let's go, heavy. Let's go, heavy.
Brady now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Again, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taking on the midfield logo. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 43 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just
on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And now Bruce Arians with a play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Wait, 29. Alpha, alert. I got him. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Check Mike, check Mike. Check 60. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 59.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he rifles one incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion. Throwing
is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick throw by Brady, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught by Evans. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 43 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Chicago.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The screen pass here to Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Wait, Slam, slam. 18 running, 18 running. Take 24, rush 24. Back. Easy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Get that quarterback. Regular. Check 52. Banjo. I got him, man. He's mine.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Trubisky on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
At the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears.
Jimmy Graham. Touchdown.
Jimmy Graham there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front.
That
seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
66. Mike's 59. Hurry, 17. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Switch. He's coming. We got double up. Mike,
To throw again, Brady, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Gronk, so tough to cover, sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
check 24. Check safety. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brady to Evans on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
20-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Switch it. Let me go.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, go 66.
Throwing again. Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's Brady to throw. Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Undercut.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, check. 59. 52. Stop your whining. 18, right there.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Mike 5'9". Wild
Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Wait, 10, 53. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go one more. Mike 59. Check it,
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He was 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
59 mark, check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Play. Hey.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Their own 49-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And now it's 2nd down.
1-yard line.
To throw again. Brady. He finds McCoy. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 21 yards away. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Bears 21. Buccaneers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 11 now.
At the 27-yard line.
They try again with Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He was brought down by Shaq Barrett.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some space here. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die. I feel like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool. I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Getting triumphant, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work. Got a gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip.
on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Chacha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own. From 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. But the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
A gain of 11 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is striking 18.
This is McCoy. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 6.
No, 66. 60 Mike's 59. Check it. You have to get tired of seeing me. Mike, check. 59. Coming to you.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Bears 3, Buccaneers nothing.
Second and 9.
Here we go. Jugger.
Brady now to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out. And he turned into a heck of a play.
McCoy
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Check 13. Easy. Hey, 66.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And this one's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 59. Mike is 59. Hey, check it. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Whip.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start with a give to Cohen. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Again has it complete. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Robinson
fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
He completes it to Evans. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's see what you got. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, Alert. Let's go, deep top 60. Check 60. Check 59. 59. Check.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Justin Watson.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Returnable here from the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Here we go. Alert. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 50.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second and 8 coming up.
So we got man. Alert flat. Regular. Slant.
Again, it's McCoy. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Devin White on the tackle. 4 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
20. First down, Bears.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And it's second down.
Brings up
after the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And that is
is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
For the extra point.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
They're running it. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Who that? Hey, Alabama. Like 5'9". 69. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's go, D.
Brady to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
3. Now 3rd and 5.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hawk 70. He's coming, double up. Help him. Double 18. Mike, check. 59. Watch the out. Both bandit. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Yeah. Watch the twist. Mike's 5'9". 18, switch. Kill.
To throw is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
it's Trubisky. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
In overtime.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here.